Imagine this: a product that doesn't produce anything physical, doesn't manufacture anything, yet continues to generate profit. A product so invisible that people don't even realize they are buying it every single day. That product is debt. Debt is not the simple financial tool people assume it is. Throughout history, it was transformed into the mechanism by which the greatest amount of power and wealth was accumulated. It financed countless wars, raised and destroyed states, and quietly drained the wealth of everyday people. Yet today, most people don't know where debt came from, who designed it, or why it sits at the heart of our financial system. Because the history of debt is, in reality, the history of money and power. At its simplest, debt is a promise. You take today and agree to repay tomorrow. But the key element is interest. Interest turns time into money. That's why societies throughout history approached debt carefully. In ancient Mesopotamia, debts were recorded on clay tablets, but leaders would sometimes erase them entirely. Because when too many people were crushed under debt, the system would collapse. Even in the Torah, debt forgiveness every 50 years is commanded. The message was clear. If you cannot control debt, societies become enslaved. As time passed, the powerful realized this all too well. Instead of eliminating debt, they began using it as a tool for greater profit. In the Middle Ages, the church banned usury, yet bankers and merchants simply found clever ways around it. During the Renaissance, families like the Medici built their power not through land, but through lending. By financing kings, they gained political influence. Eventually, this evolved into state-level debt. In the 17th century, the Netherlands, and later England, introduced government bonds, borrowing directly from the public. States were no longer borrowing only in emergencies, they began living on debt. The system grew so large that today a nation's power is measured by its ability to manage and roll over debt. Over time, debt moved from royal courts and banking houses into the daily lives of ordinary people. Home loans, car loans, credit cards, student debt. Borrowing was normalized, sometimes even marketed as success. But here's the truth. Debt is not something you pay once. Every interest payment is money flowing not from the rich to the poor, but from the poor to the rich. Month after month, year after year, for a lifetime. If you buy a house with a 30-year mortgage, you end up paying 2 or 3 times the original price. If you miss a single month on your credit card, the debt begins to grow on its own. What starts as a simple promise slowly turns into a trap. Debt is the most profitable business in history that requires no physical product, no factories, no raw materials, just time and interest. Those who figured this out early, the merchants of Amsterdam, the bankers of London, and eventually Wall Street, became the architects of the modern financial system, a system built entirely on debt. The IMF and World Bank operate the same way. Countries struggle, they lend money, and in return they gain influence over that country's economy. This isn't just financial leverage, it's political control. At the same time, debt began to be sold to families as hope. Buy the house of your dreams. Secure your future. Buy now, pay later. But the truth was, wages stayed the same. The cost of living went up. And people became dependent on borrowing to survive. Today, global debt has surpassed $300 trillion, the highest in history. And yet they still call this growth. The reality is simple. The system stays alive because you stay in debt. So, achieving financial freedom means reducing debt as much as possible, being skeptical of easy credit, understanding that every loan offer is part of a business model. Debt always enriches the wealthy and makes the poor dependent, And the greatest deception is presenting debt as progress. Be cautious of the debt system and the financial traps built into it. If this video gave you a new perspective, don't forget to like and subscribe. The answers are hidden in history's dusty pages. Join us, and let's uncover them together.